Right, so we come down to Bayeswater, down in Essex, on the day ticket. Obviously I brought little 'un along with me, and for this second part of the series we had Neil Rivers with us. So what we did is we started off with a coin flip. We had 2 swims to choose from, pegs 10 and 11. So how we started was you flipped the coin, didn't you?
And we won 11.
Right, so the coin flip was then done by the main man, wasn't it, little dude? Yeah, and who won the coin flip? You? Yeah, well, I suppose you did, yeah. But yeah, I won the coin flip. Rivers, he chose tails, and heads come in, didn't it?
We had heads.
Yeah, we got heads, didn't we? So we had the choice of the swim. So Rivers, being the kind gentleman that he is, he said to me that peg 11 was more the chosen swim out of the 2, to be fair. So peg 11 did look good, but because he had said that, I thought, right, I'm going to go into 11. So yeah, we got into peg 11. It'd been told that there was a lot of silkweed out here. Obviously, with the weather that we've got at the moment, it's not, although it's winter, it's not proper winter, is it? We're not like freezing cold, are we? So the fish are obviously still going to be grubbing around in that silkweed out there. So what I thought is to find a little hole in amongst the silkweed and then fish to that. And straight out in front of the swim, 9 1/4 wraps. There's tiny little patches out there. It feels like tiny little taps. You know, you have to be really gentle with the rod as you're pulling it back to find these little holes. So it's lucky, to be fair, if you land on them. So I sorted out 3 rods in these little holes out in front, and then straight away the left-hand rod went. Right, well. There she is there. Right, well, first take. Yeah, it has been tortured. Unfortunately, my reel don't sound too gravy after having a hammering from last week. But yeah, we're into our first fish on Bayeswater Day Ticket. So this fish is proper kiting here. Probably going to wipe out Rivers' rods. Hopefully if I pull that way he'll turn round, which he sort of has, but hasn't. Right. So yeah, bit of a weird bite. As soon as I pulled into it as well, I thought it was a tench, but it's now proper woken up. So let's hope it's one of these beauties that live in it. Keeps pinging off the dorsal. Is that you, is it? Is that me gone over you at all? I don't know, mate, I don't know, it feels a bit weird, to be honest with you. Sorry, dude. I've wiped out Rivers' rods, which was nice of me. It's a 10 past 2, is it? Well, we're told on here that bite time is 2 o'clock. Oh, so we were told that bite time on here was early morning till 11 o'clock, and then you had this gap between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and then the bites kicked in again, and I'd lost that fish, funny enough, at 10 past 2 as well. So gutted, absolutely gutted, weren't we, to lose that one? It was not nice, was it? And I had all them thoughts running through me, was that going to be our only chance? And it was, it was horrible. So got the rod sorted back out, and for the rest of that day and the night, I had another bite, but it was a little perch, wasn't it? We had a little stripey, didn't we? And then that was it for the rest of the night. And all that time, as you can well imagine, I was just constantly thinking, that's it. That was going to be our only chance. And yeah, I'd ruined it. So the next morning came round, I got up nice and early, got all 3 rods in, wrapped them all back up, put my little PVA bag of maggots on, my little wafter milky malts and put them straight back out onto the spots. And within, I think it was about an hour or so, left-hand rod was away. And as you could imagine, I was worried, you know, proper worried that this one was going to fall off. So an absolutely epic battle was captured on the cameras. Yes, finally one in the net. Yes, buzzing. So I had landed that fish, and as you can imagine, I was proper ecstatic. I just couldn't believe it. We'd caught our first one, hadn't we, little man? Yes. So that beautiful 22-pound common, and I knew that, you know, this time of year, even though it's not proper cold, that you get them little windows where they feed really quickly. So what I did is I unhooked the fish in the net, quickly put my bag on, quickly wrapped the rod up, got it straight back out, and I'd literally clipped the bobbin on, walked to the bivvy, and the rod was away again. So yet another immense battle commenced, didn't it, little man? Yes, it did. Well, no sooner have I netted that common, I've quickly got the rod back out, because I just know this time of year, bite time can be very short. So I quickly unhooked this common in the net down here, quickly put my bag on, my little bag of maggot, chucked it out there. Couldn't have even, well, literally I put the bobbin on, sat back in the bivvy, and the rod's gone again. So we have another bionic Bayeswater cod on the end. So yeah, I think it's all about this time of year. It is all literally about getting the rod back out on the spot as quick as possible, because I just know full well that this bite time isn't going to last. Well, it doesn't normally last anyway. So yeah, it's all about quickly unhook them in the net and get that rod straight back out, because you can't miss out on opportunities like this at this time of year. Proper buzzing though, absolutely buzzing here. Oh, I can see the little bit of putty coming out the water above the leg clip, which is coming up. I'm actually fishing over the top of some silkweed out there. It's absolutely clogged with silkweed, to be fair, the spot is. But I've just used a nice long rig over the top of it in the hope that, oh God. Yeah, in the hope that the rig just sits nicely on top of the silkweed that's out there. Oh. God, I'm shaking like a leaf. I hate it when you see him. I sort of love it when you see him, but hate it at the same time. Mouth is dry as anything. My head's actually spinning now. Oh. Come on, beast, please, please, please. Oh. God, I've actually got head rush. Oh yeah, hello. Oh, it's a mirror. so much for it being a common. It's a lovely mirror as well. Oh God. Oh, please, beast. Oh, come on, darling, up you come now, this time, please. Yes, come on, this way. Please, darling, please, please, please. No, no, no. Get that head up. Yes! Yes! Get in there! Yeah, man! Oh, yes! Happy days indeed. Ah, buzzing. Nice. Right, let's get that rod back out. Quick, quick, quick. Wow, look at him. Want to crouch down a little bit? Are you in? Sorted. Ah, what an absolute relief this is to bank this one. Ah, just they're absolutely crazy in here. They're proper mental cod, didn't they, dude?
Yeah.
It was a long fight, wasn't it? Yeah, but the relief to get this one in after losing that one yesterday is unbelievable. £22 4 ounces this one went, and an absolute belter from the Bayeswater. Awesome, eh? Yes! Right, well, that's a look at him. So we have got another one in the net, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yes! So as soon as I put the rod back out, I managed to bank another one, which is a mirror, which looks slightly bigger than this lovely one. Nice! Right, well, time to say goodbye to this gorgeous Bayeswater Common. My first one from here. Nice. Mwah, thank you. Go on, beast. Go on then, away you go. Right, well, here's the second one. Oh, how gorgeous is he, eh? He is bigger, yeah. This one went £29, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm proper buzzing with this. So this is my second winter carp. Now that it is winter, I can call it that. So I'm absolutely blown away. Just can't believe it. And the first time I've used them milky malt wafters as well. So yes, I'm absolutely buzzing. Oh, should we have a look at the other side? Right, let's let them look at the other side. Oh, what a fish. Nice. Right, give him a bit of water, eh? Oh, what a lovely fish. And there's the other side of him. Absolutely gorgeous, or what? Oh, yes, I'm absolutely blown away. I can't believe it. So after everything yesterday and losing that fish and really feeling like, you know, just down in the dumps like you do when you lose one, this has just made up for it like you wouldn't believe, hasn't it? Hey? Yes, what are you shutting your eyes for? Look at him. Oh, absolutely buzzing. Yes, thank you, Bayeswater. Mwah. Right. Oh, God, absolutely buzzing, as I've already said probably 100 times already. But, oh, yes. Time to say goodbye to this insane looking creature. Oh, yes. Thank you, Bayeswater. All right, beast, you're going back now. You're going back. Oh, thank you, darling. Mwah. Go on then, sweetheart. Away you go. Yes. 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 So after that £29 mirror, just absolutely ecstatic, as you could well imagine. So after we had put him back to his watery little home, what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the rig quickly, that I caught them beautiful fish on. Right, well this is the rig that's been doing me the bites up at Bayeswater. The hook bait, wafter milky malt, and obviously on the top there I've got 3 maggots on top, which I've just tied on, and then 2 white maggots and a red one, that's right. And all I've done is just tied it onto the loop, onto the hair there, so, and then just pulled them down tight. Obviously got a blowback rig ring there, size 6 LS hook, just a 20-pound braided hook link, and then I've got a real large loop on the end where the quick link is, and that acts as an extended anti-tangle sleeve. So I've just got a small tungsten sleeve on the very end with that big loop, and obviously you can see there, makes that stiff really section where it's doubled up. Leg clip system, there's a no leader ban on here at Bayeswater, so I'm just using trans khaki 16-pound right the way through, and I'm using one of the tapered sleeves, which obviously because of the taperedness, it doesn't allow the rig to wrap round the end of it. A size 4 ounce lead? 4 ounce lead. 4 ounce lead on there, and then I've just got 2 blobs of putty above the leg clip just to pin that section down. And then all I'm doing with that is I'm hooking on a PVA bag of maggots, and then I'm leaving the tag end really long so that I can hook the hook in the top of the tag, wrap the tag around to stop the hair from tangling, and then piercing the hook through the bottom section of the bag. So that is the rig that's been doing me the bites down at Bayeswater. So no more bites happen for me for the rest of the day, and then the good man at Neil Rivers, one of his rods went. Right, well we're currently in Mr. Rivers' swim. Looks all right as well. And his middle rod's gone, so I know exactly how he's feeling because these carp in here are absolutely crazy. So tear off, did it?
Yeah mate, yeah, proper good bite that was. Mozza, yeah, proper screamed off.
As he's screaming off again as well. So caught this one out, hooked this over a bit of bait, didn't you?
No, this one's the left hand was on the bait. This one I just put just off the side of it, mate. Really, just
right
to see if there's shine off of it. So yeah, just you know, just a little bag off to the right hand side of it.
Yeah, cool. And before bite time as well. Normally bite time sort of we're told at 2 o'clock on Bayeswater, and it's what, 1:30 at the moment, I think. So wind's kicked up. Come on, baby, this time, please. Awesome. Didn't bump him off that time. Well done, mate. Awesome.
It's pop down and see Lee down on Bayeswater. Put this one out a couple of hours ago. 21.8. Caught on a milky malt and some maggots on the top of it. Just off to the right hand side of the baited area, put a bit of bait out. Lee's catching them on little bags and that, but I thought, you know what, it's winter time, give them a bit of food. In the mix I got some beta stim, so other little liquids we're playing around with on the switch, some 12 millers, a bit of pellets and bits of stick mix and stuff. But yeah, chuffed the bits with that. It's freezing cold, it's raining, and the old rod rattled off. Yeah, 21.8, mate, well happy. Merry Christmas.
So after Rivers put that absolutely gorgeous scaly fish back, what we'll do now is we'll have a quick look at the PVA bags that we were using, or the maggot mix that we were both using. Rivers had mixed it all up for us, and let's have a look at that right now.
Morning. Well, we've had a few fish. I think we've had 4 so far. Obviously Lee won the toss. he went into the better side of the peg. So like my sort of tactics were I was gonna put a little bit of bait out onto the left-hand side. The mix we're using, or the mix I'm using, and then Lee's just been taking this and putting it in his little bags. Obviously we've got red and white maggots in there. We've got some 12mm switch, some pellets of the switch as well. We've got plenty and plenty of a good glug of the new beta stim liquid that we're playing around with as well. So yeah, smelly vision, this absolutely stinks. It's sort of like a meaty sort of flavour. I've just been sort of tying those in little bags, attaching them to the milky malt rig. But yeah, that's the sort of mix that gave me a bite. Obviously my one come off just off the bait. The fish have just started showing again now, so hopefully bite time's coming round, and yeah, we'll have another go on that.
Right, so we're obviously down at Bayeswater Day Ticket Water with Neil Rivers.
Hello mate, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good mate, really good. Good after today anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot easier now mate, we've got a couple under the bait, haven't we?
Definitely. Ever been here before?
No mate, no, I've seen it, watched it up when sort of on Facebook, because it's been getting better and better, and the fish in here are stunning mate, you've seen them today, so yeah.
Yeah, really
nice
stunning.
little water.
So we're going to run through a couple of questions with yourself. Starting off, what was better, winning the BCAC or the World Cup?
That's a hard one, mate, because winning the British helped me, like, obviously fish the World Cup, but to actually fish for your country at the highest level and to actually have a gold medal at home, I'd say it was the World Cup, mate. Really. Yeah. It was the BCAC was a stepping stone, but yeah, it was like a boyhood dream come true, really.
Have you fished that BCAC much? Have you been?
I fished it 5 or 6 years, but then obviously when I fished it the first time with Chris, we won it, and yeah, we managed to get into the final last year as well, or this year, should I say? Yeah, not a greatest draw, but yeah, just to try and hopefully we will enter it again, we'll keep going, and yeah, I'd love to win it again. The title was the main thing. Yeah.
Do you think that them matches are always luck of the draw, really, with that?
They make a big difference, mate. Yes, they do, and the anglers around you make a big difference as well. Some people might just think we have to bait it up for 24 hours, 48 hours, and they won't keep casting. But some of the match venues, depending on what they're like, some are just like you can win it with 3 or 4 fish, and then sometimes you can win it with like 50 fish. So it depends really. Yeah. What
about the World Cup? Was that luck of the draw there, do you think? Or was that...
Yeah, Harry done the draw. That's why he did it. Yeah, bless him. Because there was different sections on it and end pegs and bits and pieces like that, the draw did help because there was more end pegs. We sort of knew where we wanted to, and then Harry had a quick look through and said, yeah, that's like an end peg, a middle peg, and a peg that we'd already practiced on. So yeah, they do make a big difference, mate. Yeah, they do, especially when you're all in a big long line. Yeah. But because the river was winding and that, sometimes you'd have a point swim. So this was the first time ever, really, that it's not been fished sort of like on a lake, and you're not all in a line, really. So yeah, it was a big difference. The draw did help.
How well did that draw go out at the World Cup?
We came for the first draw of pick of swims, or where we were in the draw. We came out 23 out of 24, so we were second to last. So that draw didn't help. No. But sometimes when you do like the watercraft draw and out the hat draw, that lucky swim can always be the last one in. I'd always like, on the watercraft draw, I think when everyone's done it all, you've got all the swims that no one else wants. Right. Whereas out the hat, that flyer could still be in there, you know what I mean?
For sure, yeah. Awesome. A carp match fishing obviously splits up the angling fraternity up. what would you say to people that dismiss it?
That's a tough one, really, mate. I've found from my fishing, it's made me more versatile, and I want to get bites quicker and make the most of my time. Some people are long session anglers. They sort of turn up, cast out, sit back, and they chase one fish. I'm chasing as many bites as I can in the shortest possible time. I don't get to go for long sessions and bits and pieces like that. I'm quick overnighters, 24-hour sessions. Maybe, yeah, I know I get a week in France, but I still sort of close it as like as a match. Quick, you know, I'll be chopping, changing, tying little bits and pieces. So yeah, that's how I'd say, like, we're using the match side of things and the diversity to the specimen thing. The specimen side of it is just you don't just sit there. You're just more proactive in your fishing.
You're almost day fishing, even when you've got 48 hours.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly. You know, like now, it's like getting late, but we're still, just because it's dark, I won't not recast. I might be casting another 2 or 3 times tonight. If we hear one, you know, we might have to stop the filming and rechuck the rods. But yeah, it's not just right. It's dark. Zip up. See you later. It's just being proactive in your fishing all the time.
So for the people that sort of, you know, almost got a hatred for the match side of things, why would you think that is, really? A
lot of people moan and groan about like the size of the fish. Yes, we go and catch 10-pounders and bits and pieces like that, but when we won the British title, Chris had a 37-pound 9-ounce PB, and in the other matches that year, I had a 38 in a 40-hour session. Chris had a 36. Like in 2 days, we broke the lake match record at 616 pound, 39 fish up to 38 pound.
Mega.
And it was just, you know, if you took the competition and the whistle blowing out of it, it was just like 2-day sessions put back to back, and it was fun, mate. Running around, picking the rods up, seeing which ones went, and it was just, yeah.
Awesome.
Just make the most of it.
Yeah, that sounds great. So it's not always about the money then, really, is it? I
No.
The socials there are great.
Yeah,
and the people you meet. And
all my friends, a lot of my angling friends, especially like with the England team and that now, I've known them, and we've all been friends. But you see a different side of them. Like you get your little close knit groups, and you're now part of it. And yeah, loads and loads of my friends, especially with Facebook and stuff. You know, the match fraternity brings everybody from all depths of the country and everything else, and you just go in, see everybody. Some of them I might not see till that venue a year later,
right,
or you see them in the semis and bits and pieces. But yeah, I've made some fantastic friends.
Awesome. Right, so obviously your match fishing, that takes up a lot of your time. What type of venues do you visit when you're actually, you know, out there fishing for yourself, not in the matches, obviously? And
a lot of them, if we've entered the matches for that year, I'll sort of know where we will be fishing. So I'll do some of my own time sort of practicing on those sort of venues, getting, you know, what's working and bits. But I'm not one for just sitting behind a rod waiting for it to go off. I'm always doing something. Even when we go to France for a week, I'll always be moving around and chasing them, like move 2 or 3 times. And I'm not one just to sort of sit and session angle. But venues wise, I've got an arcade gold ticket. Not that I've used it much. Hopefully I'll be using it this winter.
Yeah.
Because what with my work and things, I'm really busy. But I normally target sort of day ticket fisheries. You know, I've had a ticket on Barden and I did all right on there. But sometimes I can't sort of devote the time to it. So I'll just do little sessions here and there, or fish with Chris, or like we are now. You know, we've got to do a bit of filming or something for someone.
Yeah.
So yeah, just mainly bites for me, mate, really, and sort of day tickets and just general, you know, I might pop up to Linear for a little bit and things, but yeah, just go and get a few bites from somewhere.
With your practice it, like when you go to venues and practice on venue, you sort of how often do you practice on each certain venue before you have the match?
It depends. Like where we could do a lot of our competitions now, it's local to me, so I don't always have to fish.
Right.
I can drive past, speak to the anglers. They've got a Facebook page you can keep your lowdown on. I normally practice when I'm sort of like coming out of winter, early spring is when I can start tweaking things, trying things, just to see how they will be in like 5, 6, 7 weeks. I normally fish for myself over the winter. You know, I'll go and see Chris between Christmas and New Year, maybe go and fish Kingsmead, or pop to Farlow's. That's fishing well, you know how it's fishing. You know, just go and get a few bites and go and find, you know, some nice scaly fish. So
awesome. Wherever,
mate, really, just keep your eye on Facebook and see where's fishing.
Yeah, cool. So you've obviously been with DNA for a few years. What would you say was your best product?
It's got to be S7, mate. S7 boilies by far. I can take it anywhere. Specimen lake, match lake, abroad, home, wherever. I catch on it. It won us the BC80 title. We won it because of that bait. We take it to Boston and smash the place and stuff. Yeah, it's so versatile. Yeah, it's the S7 range, definitely.
Yeah. Do you use the Evos?
Yes, mate,
well?
I do. At certain times of the year I do, and that obviously Holmesy tells us to sort of use them pre-spawn in the bits and pieces because of the salt and stuff. But yeah, there's a time and a place for them as well, like with the pellets and the boilies and stuff. But yeah, I can take it to anywhere, mate, if a new water and stuff.
So you would use the S7 all year round?
Yes, I do, mate. Yeah. Obviously, we're on the new one at the moment, and that testing it here and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, just I got told no, you can't have that. You got to try this, which is fine. That's what we're here for. So yeah.
So with your loose feed with the S7, do you ever do anything special with that at all, or do you just...
Sometimes we glug them up with the krill hydroslate,
right?
And then like in the summer and stuff. But I do glug my hook baits, but it depends. I try and concentrate on the hook bait is the one they want, right. Like snowman or just glugged hook baits. I try and keep the rest as they are, or the Evo or like snowman presentation. But yeah, I want them to pick my one first. So.
Awesome. Cool. Right, so on to the last question. Funniest moment on the bank?
I've got quite a few, but obviously cameras and bits and pieces. Yeah, it was when we went to one of our annual trips to France, like when we first sort of started, and we were sort of trying different venues out, and we went to one that was proper drive and survive. There was no electric, no water. It was literally turn up. That's what you got. So we took like the solar showers and things like that, and there was 4 of us in a van, and like my mate Lee was driving. Like Lee's a big bloke covered in tattoos, and my brother and Rubber went with us as well. And yeah, it got like midweek, it was 30 degrees, and really hot. Like Lee's on one side, I'm on the other, and the other 2 are on the other side. Like only like 3-4 acres, but yeah, we're just having a bit of a social, really have a social, and it was like midweek, everyone's sort of stinking, and it was like shower day. And so I get the solar shower work, and we obviously put it on the back of the truck, warm the kettle up, and we found that if he put his tipper truck up and he hung the solar shower, it was perfect height to sort of, right. So like Lee shouted across to me, "Right, Rivers, I'm going to reel in this my receiver." He walked round, not too far, not stupid away, and he walked round, like Lee's got to be like about 50 metres to him, and he was like round the other side having a shower. So he's down to his old skimpy, he's having a shower underneath it. I walked round and literally had a head full of like shampoo and everything else, and I went round, he yanked his rods, and he just literally, everyone's gone, Lee! And then literally to watch Lee come pegging it round, I snuck off, and to see Lee come running around like a head full of shampoo, go, whoa! Yeah, you've got to be there to believe it, and to see it was just funny. Yeah, this big tattooed lad with a big head full of like shampoo on his hair, and obviously I don't have that problem, but yeah, I've got loads, like Chris coming out of a van in just like a thong with a snowman wearing, just we have such a crack. I've got a good group of mates, and yeah, I could sit here all night, but yeah, there's awesome. 2 that stick out, mate.
Awesome. So what fishing's all about at the
Certainly
end of the day,
mate, yeah.
Having good fun. Right, well that's a little insight into the main man that is Neil Rivers. Right, so I put the rods out, it started to get dark, got the rods back out on the spots, didn't have any bites the night before, although I did have quite a few liners the night before, so I was sort of hoping that something might happen, but to be honest with you, I thought that if any bites were going to come, it was going to be the next morning. And lo and behold, left-hand rod again, about 9 o'clock last night, screamed into action. Now, it was absolute carnage. What had happened, it pulled the rod so hard, it actually, somehow the reel had gone into the middle rod. So as I picked up the rod, I had 2 rods attached to one. I've shouted over to Andy, I'm like, Andy, you're going to have to give me a hand. He's come legging over. And yeah, just total carnage. We've managed to prise the reel off of the middle rod, and then the fish has then wiped out the other 2 rods. Unfortunately, we haven't got any footage of that because Andy was there giving me a hand with the total carnage that was going on. But after yet another epic battle from these fish, I mean, they fight so hard in here, you just wouldn't believe it. After an epic battle, I managed to bank this beautiful looking common. Look at him. Oh, It was a nightmare catching this one, wasn't it? How did the story go? Tell everyone. What were we doing? We was about to go to bed, weren't we?
Yeah, I was in the tent and I was in the lake with the wind and then Daddy catch a fishy.
Yeah, he did. Right, well,
And then
yeah, we
every now and you had to get 2 rods out.
yeah, I did. Well, basically, absolute carnage with this one. Yeah, he wiped out all 3 rods. Well, yeah, all 2 rods. You were right. And yeah, total chaos in the swim. But I mean, that was definitely worth it for this one. £25 on the button. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, buzzing. And what did we catch this on? The old milky ones, wasn't it? You know, them nice smelling ones.
I want to look that side.
You want to look that side? All right, you look that side of the tail.
Blacker.
Yeah? Gorgeous, isn't he? So yeah, them milky malts doing the damage down on Bayeswater for me. Gorgeous, nice. Mwah. So last morning, to be honest with you, I was quite hopeful that we were going to get a few more bites again this morning, but again, like on the first series, we've had a massive wind come in. It's a little lake, it's probably only about 3 acres, and it's killed it. You know, again, you know, big winds in my eyes are for big pits. Not all the time, but most of the time. And on these little waters, where you get these big winds like this, it just, for me, it kills it. So unfortunately, we've not had any more bites. So it's time to go home now, little dude, isn't it? But what an epic session at Bayeswater, eh? It's been brilliant, hasn't it, little man? So I've had an absolutely amazing time. Thanks to Mr. Rivers for coming down, and hopefully you've enjoyed that little interview that we had with him. And yeah, until next time, that's it from Bayeswater. Say see you later.
See you later.